Hello everyone and welcome along to PilatesFit with Aimee Scott. I'm here to help you improve your balance, strengthen your body and feel more confident in your movements, all from the comfort of your own home. Now for today we're going to need a couple of pieces of equipment. We've got our tennis ball in which we're going to focus on those funky feet exercises, which is a carry on from last week's session. We're also going to need some small dumbbells. I've just got 1.5 kilogram from Kmart. You can use any dumbbells you've got or even tin cans. You'll need a chair, and one more thing that I've got out of the frame here is just a small towel or a microfiber cloth. We're going to be using this to work on our balance and train the strength and mobility through our feet. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to and get all of that equipment ready. And if you've got it already, awesome, let's get started. So our first exercise we're going to do is practicing spreading our toes apart. Now I spoke last week about common deformities and dysfunction of the feet. A lot of that can be prevented, things such as bunions. We can absolutely prevent them. They are not genetic and it comes down to doing some basic foot exercises and ensuring our footwear is suitable for us, so a wide toe box. Now we want to spread the toes, so just like I'm spreading my fingers, I'm going to spread the toes of my right foot first and I'm going to place them on the floor as spread out as I can make them. From here I'm then going to bring the foot off the floor and scrunch my toes. That should be the easy part. It's the splay and the spread, pressing all 5 toes onto the floor. That's the hard part. So we're going to go ahead and do that nice and slow. And here is a point in time where we can start to focus on a nasal breath. So you may want to lift the foot, scrunch the toes, breathe out, fully exhale through the nose. And as you place the toes down, spread them out, a deep, expansive inhale, expanding that rib cage laterally. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift and crunch or scrunch those toes like this, like making a fist but with your foot. Exhale to splay, spread and press the base of 5 toes into the floor. Let's do one more time on that right foot. Good, and switching sides. Now it may seem like the most basic thing to do, but when I was working with clients in the commercial gym setting, the basic foundations in working with your feet, a lot of people struggle to even walk correctly and use their toes, find the strength, find the dexterity through their feet to actually get a normal gait function such as walking, let alone running, which are 2 very different gaits. So we want to start the foundation of our body, which is the feet, and doing very, very basic exercises like this just to get some coordination or connection and synergy between the feet and the mind is so important. So again, I'm doing the toe splay where I'm spreading the toes as much as I can, and wearing toe socks is good, especially in winter here in New Zealand, it's freezing. So toe socks to promote that splay of the toes is important. A normal sock won't allow you to spread out all 5 toes. So bear that in mind, just like a normal shoe won't allow you to spread your toes out either. Last one, and then we'll move on. Yes, it may seem a little boring, but just trust the process, everyone. You made it here to your mat today, so let's make the most of it. Okay, the second one I've got there is lifting your big toe only. So you're going to place all 5 toes on the floor, spread them out. And from here, we're going to try and press the 4 lesser toes, the smaller toes into the floor, and just see if we can lift our big toe off the mat. Hold it there. Fully exhale all the breath from your lungs. Inhale, we're going to do the opposite. You're going to press the big toe down, lift the 4 lesser toes off the floor. And that's our inhale. Exhale, switch. Now you may think, oh, my feet can't even do that. You can't even begin to do that. That's where you can use manual manipulation. So we would actually crouch down. You could just take one foot, press and hold your lesser toes down onto the floor, and then you're going to just gently lift that big toe up. Now when you lift it up, support it underneath with your hand and pinch the top of the nail as well. You want to pull the toe not only up, but abduct it or pull it away from the lesser toes. And that's again finding that alignment or correct alignment to prevent bunions. So you could initially do that just down on the floor like this, or maybe sitting on a chair if your mobility is not that great. And you can do the opposite too, where we press the big toe down with one hand. We come underneath all 4 toes with our fingers, and we gently bring them up to find that extension through the lesser toes. And once you've done that a few times, your brain and body will connect with each other, hopefully, and then we can try the standing version. I call it thumbs up and thumbs down. Okay, so again, this is all going to take practice, and it's little things that you can do from home at any time. Right, we'll move on a little bit quicker with the other things. So you'll need your towel. You're going to place your towel on the floor. This is best done on like laminate flooring like this, or wooden floor, because sometimes when you try and scrunch the towel on your mat, it sticks to the mat. So I'm going to take one corner of the mat here, and I'm just going to do what we've been doing, where I splay the toes, press them down, and then scrunch the towel in. And I'm going to try and work that towel all the way underneath my foot. It is grippier without socks on, but it's absolutely doable with socks on. So I'm going to use my right foot to scrunch and curl the toes towards me, and then I'm going to take my toes and use them to spread that towel out again, and we'll repeat the process. So I might choose a corner, place the foot on the towel, and then just work it in towards you. Now, who is the best person to do this exercise? Well, absolutely everyone. Whether you're elderly and you struggle with walking, whether you struggle with your balance, if you're a runner or an athlete and you want stronger feet, then definitely this exercise is for everyone. Even kids, if you're at home, you want to join in and have a go. It's a fun, challenging exercise to do. So again, connect to your nasal breath. We want to breathe through our nose, not our mouth if we can. Okay, so I'm going to do the same with the other foot now. Just going to stretch that towel out, and then start at the corner. Might bring it a bit closer. You may think, how does this make me stronger and more mobile? Again, just trust the process. It definitely does. And it's doable for most people. I mean, you could even sit. If you're not able to stand, you could sit and do these activities as well. The need to strengthen our feet is huge. Everything from the ground up happens, obviously, from our feet. So if we've got even shoulder issues or hip issues, knee issues, some of these issues can stem from foot dysfunction. Really, the feet and the foundation of our body affects how we move entirely, or that holistic sort of approach to it. Okay, one more foot exercise, and we'll use the ball for this one. So we don't need the towel for now. We did this last week. We're going to place the ball between our heels, spread the toes on the floor, and we're going to go ahead and lift our arms, our heels, at the same time. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. We're just floating those heels up off the floor, pressing especially the big toe right down into the ground or into the mat. Firm connection here. So I always like to start our session with feet, just trying to find our connection to the ground, so that when we go ahead and do our leg series next, or leg and arm series next, we can feel the ground a lot better through our feet. Good, so you're trying to squeeze that ball with the heels, get a little bit of inner thigh connection as well. So if I turn sideways, you can probably see a little bit better. Breathe. hold. Maybe you want to bend the knees, try a little bit more of a challenge, sitting down. How low can you go? Can you hold it there? Can you stay there? Squeeze those heels, and then big exhale, come up. Good. And shake it all out. We're ready to start our session. So, exercise number 1 for the legs. And you can go ahead and grab a drink now if you need it. You're going to combine legs and arms today. So, grab your small dumbbells, or don't use weights if you're just starting out and already find lunges hard enough. We're going to take our right leg behind us, arms come in front, lunge down, come back up. We're going for 10 with the right leg going back, bending both knees, and the front knee almost wants to be a vertical shin, straight above the ankle there. The back knee is going to go straight down to the floor. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. 2. And one more time. We're going to hold this one. Keep the arms up. We're going to pulse. 10 seconds. Stay low, stay strong, stay tall in the core. We're here for 5, 4. Arms out straight, shoulders down. 3, 2, 1. Release straight into that left leg back. So when you take your left leg back, just watch that the front knee doesn't cave in. Okay, we want to keep the knee aligned with the second toe. Here we go. 10 times. Left leg goes back. Arms come up. Stay tall in your spine. Two more. How are you going? Focus. Last one. We're going to hold it. 10-second pulse. Arms stay strong. Shoulders stay down. Tall spine. 5. Lower. 4. Lower. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shake it out. Second exercise. We're going to do a wide dumbbell squat with a bicep curl. So you take your toes into a turned out position, about mat distance apart. Deep breath in, stand tall. Come down, exhale up and curl. 10 times here. Nice and easy. Now we're only going through one set of everything, but you're welcome to go through twice if you want to. Make it a harder workout, longer workout. Now harder and more isn't always better, okay? Especially if you're trying to be consistent. It's really hard to work out every day if you've got sore muscles or you've just been doing too much. 2 more. Last one, we're going to stay down here. Right, from this position, you're just going to pulse with the arms this time. Stay low, 10 seconds, let's go. Good, chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, good job. Grab your chair, you'll still need your dumbbells if you've got them. Bring your chair in. Okay. So, legs and arms is the focus here. We're going to do a single leg squat, so start sitting on the chair. You want to have your bottom about halfway forwards, or halfway back. One leg in front. Now, if you can't stand up and sit down with one leg in front, there's what we call a B stance option. Now, B stance is where we use this as a kickstand. So our right leg would be the kickstand for a little bit of support, maybe 10 to 30% support. Left leg on the floor is our main working leg. So we're going to use the arms, make it easy to start. We're going to come up and back down 10 times with a smooth, controlled motion. No plopping down if you can help it. Now everybody's chair is going to be a different height. If you've got a lower chair, yeah, it's going to be harder. So that's the easiest option there. Harder option, obviously leg in front. Don't use your arms to swing, okay? Keep your hands across your chest, elbows up, chest proud, shoulders down. Can we come up and down? Now, if you'd like to make it harder again, you probably already guessed it, you're going to hold dumbbells, okay? Now the dumbbells can go on your shoulders with your hands on the front of them. Deep breath in, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. 2 more, and 1 more on this side. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and switch legs. You can choose whatever option you like. 10 times, nice and slow. So sit to stand on single leg, really good for balance. Maybe if you're just really unsure about it or nervous, you can put 2 feet on the floor and just practice sitting and standing as normal with control. 2 more. And 1 more. Beautiful. All right, have a drink of water if you need it. And then we're going to move on to arm series, but this will be based on the floor. Okay, so what do we need? Dumbbells and your slider. We don't need that. It's going to blow my nose, apologies for that. It's been really cold in Auckland and I've got the fire on, but yeah, the nose is running. All right, so here goes up, time to work a bit harder. So you've got your mat here. We are actually going to fold our mat in half and kneel on it. So if you struggle with kneeling, you could grab a cushion to put under your knees. So I'm going to bring this into half. And exercise number 1 is called kneeling slider gliders. So you're going to fold your little microfiber towel up into something where your palm can just fit on there. Okay, from here, I'm going to use a push-up. I'll use this right hand. So right hand on the slider, left hand on your mat or on the floor, whichever's easiest for you. Now, we want to spread our fingertips out like we were doing with our toes. Don't do this with your hands. To get a strong grip, you want to be pressing your fingertips into the floor and not dumping down into the wrist, okay? So the harder you press your fingertips into the mat or into the floor, the less pressure on your wrist you'll feel. Now wrists are strong. we want to strengthen them even more. So yes, they'll get some work, but to alleviate some pressure in the wrist, really think about pressing through those fingertips until the point your second or third knuckle comes up off the floor. Okay, from here, I'm going to keep the hips up just to make it easier. I'm going to slide the towel forward as far as I can, and my left elbow points back towards my left knee. Okay, so it looks like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back. Now, if you did something like this and your nose went behind your hand, that's not great for your shoulder. So you're going to watch where my elbow goes and where my nose goes. So elbow's going to go backwards, nose is going to come forwards. And this is the start of working towards push-ups. So if you're a beginner, this is a great way to start learning those push-ups. Now, if you want to make it harder, you bring your knees back and you have your torso in a straighter alignment, so no bottoms in the air. You're going to breathe in, breathe out. That's really difficult on the arms and the core. So continue to go at whichever option you've chosen. I'm going to do 2 more. And last one. And switching sides. Now if you've given up and you're just having a cup of tea and watching, it's alright, but try and join in where you can. Okay, it's the same thing here. My hands start in alignment. I'm going to point my right elbow back, my left arm comes forward, breathe in, breathe out. Nose comes in front of the hands. So I'm actually moving my upper torso forwards. And the harder you press your hands into the floor, even the hand on the slider, the more force or power you're going to produce to come back up again. Okay, now if you want to make that harder, move the knees back, bring the hips down, tuck the tailbone, inhale, exhale. Oh, that side's hard. 2 more. And last one. Oh, that's hard work. Shake it out. Good job. Grab your dumbbells, or just even one dumbbell for this one. So we're now going to work the back of the arms even more. That first slider glider extension started to work the arms. You've got the chest, the shoulders, the triceps, the lats. But this is just going to really target the triceps and a bit of core as well. So either taking 1 or 2 dumbbells, kneel on the mat, spread those fingertips out, elbow into your side. Neck is long, chin is tucked. Inhale here, exhale, extension. Inhale, exhale. If it's too easy, grab 2 dumbbells and do them together. So you can combine them like this and extend. So keeping your elbow in line with your rib cage. We don't want to drop the elbow down and swing it up. That's not isolating the tricep muscle. Think about this arm, the upper arm, being in line with the seam of your shirt or your sports bra. Let's go for 5 more. Nice and slow. Squeeze at the top. 4. Rib cage collecting together underneath you. Long spine. 2 more. And last one. And release. We can actually extend our mat out now, and we'll do the other side. I'll turn around to face you, but you just change arms. So again, single or double dumbbell, shoulders down, spine long, press the fingertips of your supporting hand into the floor, and we're going up behind us. Nice and easy. Let's go for 4 more. Last 2. And 1. Good. Alright. You only need 1 dumbbell for the last exercise in our arm series. Now if you've ever had shoulder issues, rotator cuff issues, you've been to a physio, no doubt you may have been given this exercise. So you're going to lie down on your side and we're going to do dumbbell external rotation. Elbow into the side of the body, and we're going to start with this vertical forearm here. You can look and watch for your wrist. We don't want the wrist to be curling or extending either way. Keep it neutral. And from here, we're going to close the gap between the dumbbell and the body, and we're pivoting from the elbow joint there. Well, it's actually from the shoulder, but imagine it's from hinging from here. So good. Now stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips on top of each other. Nice and slow. You'll start to feel the muscles around the shoulders working, or the shoulder blade. Nice and slow there. Now we tend to rush our exercises because it's easier to do it with momentum, but we're looking for that coordination and control and that full range of motion. It's what makes Pilates really good, and all of these principles are Pilates based, but we mix in general strength training as well. Good combination of flexibility and strength. Last one, and release. So if you felt the muscles around here, very, very good. Now it's interesting to check the other side. Other side might be easier, might be harder. So start with that vertical forearm, wrist is nice and straight. Hold the dumbbell with a good grip here. Inhale down and exhale up. So try not to let the elbow lift off of your body. It's staying on top of that rib cage there. Maybe the hip, if your elbow can reach to your hip. How's this side feeling in comparison? Is it okay? Let's go 2 more. And last one. Very good. Relax. Have a drink if you need it. And then we're going to move on to our hip series. So I'm just going to move my screen down a little bit. So our thigh series. Okay, so for this one, we're going to need nothing for the first exercise. For the second one, you're going to need your sliders or your slider. And for the third one, we are going to use our chair to put our feet on top. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting setup, this one. Might actually do it in slightly different order to which I wrote it down. So we've got left leg in front, hands around the right leg, and right leg is tucked into your chest. From here, we're going to inhale through the nose and flex the toes back towards us. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. It looks easy, but it's not. And we're working the muscles in the top of the thigh there, the hip flexors, the quadriceps. And it's quite tempting to lean back, but you're going to try and sit as tall as you can here. Beautiful. Now, if it's impossible to even lift your leg, you can bring your hands behind you and just start in a relaxed upper body position. Try to lift your leg up and down. But let's try and do the harder one if you can. Hands around the knee to brace the core, nice and tall from the ear, shoulder to the hip. And we're starting to feel that left thigh burning, yes? 2 more. And last one. Good. Switching sides. So deep breath in through the nose, toes to the sky. Already feel like you're tensing this muscle here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So you might be thinking, oh, is Pilates enough for me to have a strong, supple body for my life? It's probably not quite enough. There's not enough weight being lifted here. You want to be doing some strength training in a gym or using heavier weights in some way, shape or form. Walking is another really underrated thing, but it's amazing for the body. So if you combined that strength training with heavier weights, maybe some walking or cardiovascular activity and a Pilates session or 2 per week, that's my best suggestion for a long, healthy life of movement. Last one here, and relax. Okay, so second exercise, we're going to scoot our bottom in towards the chair as close as you can get it. Place your feet on top of the chair and then see if you can scooch down even further. Now I'm going to put my feet somewhat on the edge, but do be careful that your chair doesn't slide away from you. We want to be thinking of pushing down with the feet, not away. Hands by the side, chin tucked down. We're going to curl the tailbone off the mat, pushing down through the chair, coming up as high as we can, feeling the muscles in the back of the low body, and then we're slowly curling down to the floor again. So up as high as you can, pushing down through that chair. So you're coming up into the shoulder stand position there, pressing through the feet, through the hands, and into the shoulders. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Let's go for 4 more. Lift a little higher if you can, really extend through the hips here. Good one to strengthen the back of the legs, the booty. Oh, my chair's sliding, I need to press down more. 1 more, you should be starting to feel that here. Or feeling it a lot. And release. Good. I can push my chair out the way. And we're going to fold the mat in half again for our last thigh exercise. Then we move into core. So this one we're going to take our little slider. We're going to place the right foot on top of the slider and bring the hips to the front edge of your mat. Take a lie down, similar to what we did last week, but we didn't have a slider. We're going to lift the hips up, slide one leg away, and bring it back in. You've really got to press down onto that towel. Keep your hips high and go for 10 times here. Lifting those hips, squeezing the bottom, pressing down through the left foot. Find that nasal breath. Inhale as you come out. Exhale to come in. 3 more. Try not to let the right hip drop as you extend the leg. 2. Stay strong. 1 more. Beautiful. And have a relax other side. Just our core series to go after this, so stay with me. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift up even higher. And we're ready to go. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale to bring it back. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bring it back. Maybe you notice one side is stronger than the other, and that's okay. As I said last week, you'll never be 50-50 on both sides. Try and press through the toes of your right foot to find that connection, that firm foundation, and that will translate through to strength through the rest of the body here. 3 more. 2, we've got this. 1 more time, stay with it. And relax, tuck the knees to chest, have a rock side to side. Oh, we can extend our mat and move on to our final series, which is core. And we've got 3 exercises for this. Have a drink of water if you need it. We're almost there. You'll need 1 dumbbell. Okay, 3 exercises. Lying on the back, first one is a single leg push away. So we're going to take our legs up into tabletop position. So knees above the hips here, and you want to think about the space between the rib cage and the hip coming into the center of your body. So no arching through the spine here. We want to think about everything pulling in and pressing that lower back towards the floor. I like to put hands under the outside edge of the glutes. That definitely helps the lower back stay connected. And we're going to inhale as we push the right leg away. Exhale to bring it back in. Alternate sides. Now you might find it's quite hard to go low, so don't go low if that's you. You might just want to push away and come back in again. Now as I push my left leg away, my right leg doesn't come back. Okay, it stays in that tabletop position. Imagine there's a wall here where my hand is, and I'm keeping my knees against that wall. One moves away and then comes back. Really good for the low core, the deep core, and the hips as well. If you're struggling, put your hands further underneath your bottom, or if you're really just starting out with these, or you recently had a baby, perhaps either natural birth or C-section, you can keep 1 foot on the floor, and then with the other leg, you can go ahead and do your repetitions in a slightly more supported position. Just again, focusing on drawing that ribcage towards the center of your body. We're here for another 10 seconds, stay with it, whichever one you're doing. Chin is down, spine is long. Last one. And release. Okay, good job. 2 exercises to finish today. Fingertips spread out behind your ears. Deep breath in. Exhale, left elbow to the inside of the right knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come in. Now this right elbow stays on the floor, and the left side of my torso, shoulder, elbow, coming up and rotating towards the right. Nice and slow. Now the lower I take the right leg, the harder it is to hold that core position, where I'm gathering the core in the middle, squeezing those abdominals. Inhale, reach, stretch, lengthen. Exhale, retract the core. Here for 5, stay strong. 4, no pulses in here. 3, 2, and 1. Take a breather, reset, relax, deep breath in. Exhale, we're bringing the right elbow to the left knee. Inhale, extend, open. Really take that right elbow to the floor in between every rep. Now the lower you take that left leg, the harder, and also the higher you take the right elbow and shoulder, the harder it is. So you can modify to suit you. Exhale to crunch, inhale to extend. 5 seconds, stay strong. 4, you've got it. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last exercise, the most fun exercise. You've made it this far, so let's do a fun one. Rock and roll. So you're going to hold onto your knees, rock the length of your spine, and maybe you're just starting out, you want to do it nice and easy, or you can have a go at rocking all the way up to balancing on your sit bones. Now your hands can go under or over, or you can do no hands, or I'm going to give you an additional challenge today. One leg tucks underneath you and see if you can come up to this kneeling position. Alternate sides. Now if that's too much, that's fine. Stick with the traditional rock and roll. Otherwise, have a go at this one to finish. This is your last 30 seconds. So give it your all. And from me to you, I'm going to set the intention for all of us to go well with love and kindness to ourselves and others today. At least, you know, you started off your day, or maybe you're ending it with a good Pilates session. Another 10 seconds. And one more for me. Nice, everyone. Oh, thanks for joining me today, and as always, happy training. Remember to like and subscribe, maybe even comment on our videos, and I'll see you back next Tuesday for more Pilates Fit with Aimee Scott.